Okie dokie. Oh, I need to go pee anyway. Okay, talk to the president. So I have a working theory on why I got erased. What is this one? What is it? Oh, yeah. No, it's not all of that. This one's, okay. It's right, that's during the, anyway, executive order, executive orders. Paralympic Olympics. Well, I should watch this.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Casey Wasserman, Chairman of LA 28, the Vice President of the United States, J.D. Vance, and the 45th and 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Hi, J.D. Sorry I didn't give you a heads up that I want to know it too. Anyway, you know what President Trump's going to say in this press conference? I'm pretty sure.
Everybody. It's a big day.
I'm so sad.
For a lot of reasons.
So if Marco Rubio is going to be vice president
nice
and JD is going to be president, that means we're not going to have a woman president forever, basically.
Take a major step to ensure the United States.
Oh my God! What did I tell Alexis
to
this?
welcome the world to Los Angeles for the 2028 Summer Olympic Games. Very
it's
exciting.
Today. It's Tuesdays, August 5th, 2005, 6:08 p.m. And I've been talking to Juliet Ioffe, and I've been posting it on the internet, so you all know what. You all can watch. I'm sure some CIA
agent no idea that was going to happen.
is watching what I'm doing and
and
giving a brief. But yeah, that's the thing. I mean,
very circuitous route.
Somebody's going to ask you that you're not going to run for a third term, which means that JD's going to be president, and if Marco's going to be president, theoretically. That's what you said in the press conference. I don't know.
Establishing the White House task force.
But if that's what's going to happen, it means we
Summer
will have a
Olympics,
woman president
mobilizing the entire federal government to ensure the games are safe,
20
seamless,
years,
and historically
that's going to be super
successful.
sad.
It's going to be amazing.
4 years of President Trump and then another 8 years.
America is a nation of champions, and
that is depressing.
in July 2028, we'll show the world what America does best, and that's win. We're winning like we have never won before. You see that?
Well, I don't know if that's going to help, right? Because I'm going to tell Alexis, hey, by the way, the only reason we're not going to have a woman president in our lifetime is...
including our great Vice President J.D. Vance. J.D., thank you very much.
They work out all right for Trump, for President Trump. And
our equally great Attorney General, Pam Bondi. Pam, thank you very much, Pam.
Trump on,
Secretary of Homeland Security, Christy Kerr. Do you know Christy Kerr?
There's a footage of you.
She's a friend of my great golfer.
There you are.
Christy, no, she's a better golfer than you.
Wait, did I just make you do that?
A lot of other things.
I just made you do that.
I want to thank you for being here, for doing an unbelievable job.
I apologize.
Really unbelievable job. FCC Chairman Brendan Carr.
Crap.
Brendan, thank you.
Because this is after this press conference. So
great job. White House Chief of Staff.
You're walking on the roof, and I'm like,
anywhere in the world.
You're walking on. You know that there's that pathway.
She's the most powerful woman in the world.
And you're walking on it because you tell the press. And the press asks, "Why are you on the roof?" And it's like just taking a walk.
Stephen.
Just taking a walk. You want to hear what you're gonna say?
What happened to Stephen? You never want to miss Stephen.
Here we go.
MVP candidate.
President Trump appears in the White House with the Secret Service. I love this one.
Taylor Buttigieg.
You're fine.
And
But
Nick Luna, thank you all.
because apparently you're looking at where the ballroom's going to be.
Very much involved. I also
Can we build it before your end of your presidency?
Team USA's strongest and fastest.
You know how government construction is, right? You know, the Federal Reserve takes forever to finish.
and member of the LA 28
Let's see if the
Athletes Council.
a woman journalist is gonna
Natasha
yell
Lukin.
at you and ask you why you're on the roof, and I saw it already. I saw it on.
I don't know you, but I've watched you. You're very talented. I would not want to do what you do. This is much easier, believe me.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, that doesn't look at where you. Let me see if there's
medal, Paralympian swimmer and board member of the U.S. Olympic Committee.
You're just looking at the.
Brad, thank you very much.
Looking at where the ballroom is.
It's a great honor. Thank you. Chairman of the 2028 Olympic Games, Casey Wasserman, a friend of mine for a long time. Casey, thank you very much. Casey, great job.
Yeah. That is so sad. I was just while I'm watching this one.
It's a little bit different place.
Because somebody in this press conference is going to ask you who's going to be, what's going to happen to JD Vance.
Casey about that. He said no.
And you said, and most likely candidate is going to be Marco Rubio.
That's going to make it even more important.
If it's Marco Rubio and then JD Vance,
it's an interesting conversation.
20 years, right?
As the
20
fires were
years.
raging. Is that right? And I appreciate
there
it
we go.
very much. And CEO
I think
Reynold Hoover. Reynold, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Great honor. I also want to welcome the chair of the.
Well, you answered a woman general,
Committee,
so I don't know.
Gene Sachs. Gene, okay.
This might not be the clip where you answer.
And thank him for recently banning men from competing in women's sports. That's a big deal.
Yeah,
thank you very much. It's amazing the way I don't hear any applause for that when everyone feels it.
No, not this one.
To 97, don't worry about you.
Maybe on the other side, right?
97.3. It's not 80-20, it's 97.3. But nobody wants to clap. It's crazy. The United States will not let men steal trophies from women at the 2028 Olympics, so we appreciate the fairness.
That's gotta be it. I mean,
everything else that you've shown. Also, with us today is LA 28 board member.
I have no idea because there's a clip of you answering.
And also, Kevin McCarthy.
I already saw that clip. So
Kevin McCarthy.
I already saw that clip on Twitter or something.
And thank you, Kevin. And the LA Olympics is shaping up to be a wonderful moment for America. It's going to be incredible. It's so exciting. And with today's action, I'm directing the Department of State, the Department of Justice, the Department of Homeland Security, the FBI, the Secret Service, the Department of Transportation, and many other departments and agencies to use every tool.
Speaks to recorders on the house.
Fantastic, safe, and beautiful event.
Let me see. Oh, there we go.
2028
I got it.
Olympics is bringing back our national pastime, baseball. Wow, that's great. With teams playing under the lights at the legendary Dodger Stadium.
Okay, I will watch this.
It's beautiful.
I will watch that part after.
Squash players will go head-to-head inside the world-famous Universal Studios. Triathletes will sprint beneath the sun shining down on Venice Beach. This will be one of the great venues. I mean, when you think of it, right? It's going to be so incredible. Soccer teams will face off at the legendary.
Hopefully, I have some money to actually see this.
Sailors will race through the waters near the port of Los Angeles, and the opening ceremony will take place at the beautiful Memorial Coliseum, just like the Olympics of 1932 and 1984. That was something. Those were very important Olympics. 1932 was a very important Olympics.
Yes, it was.
For 8 straight consecutive summer games, no one has won more medals than Team USA, which is incredible. We want to keep it that way. Over the years, Team USA has won triple the number of summer Olympic gold medals as the next closest country, and I'm confident that that's going to continue in 2028. That's an amazing achievement, by the way.
The Swiss president
LA
is coming
Olympics
to the
and
U.S.
The FIFA World Cup next
that,
year. We have the World Cup, we have the Olympics got both. It's a great time to be a sports fan in America, and maybe, I don't want to say most importantly, but it is a celebration of 250 years. We have our 250th anniversary. 39%,
not 49%, 39%.
During the year, and it's going to be between the three of them. I think there'll be no other time that we've ever had in our history like that. So I'd like to ask the LA Olympics chairman, Casey Wasserman, to say a few words, and I appreciate it very much, Casey. Great job you've done. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Your support and the entire administration's support through this whole process has been truly extraordinary. In just 1,000.
Hopefully, I have enough money to actually go to
the eyes of the world will be on this country as we open the 2028.
Does anybody know if I'm going to win the lottery ever?
And you were just president-elect in
somebody want to help me?
2016 that you leaned into this process back then, and you've been supportive and helpful
I'm thinking
every
about,
step of the way,
sorry about
and we wouldn't be here without you, so we greatly appreciate
as a
it.
human being, I'm thinking about, I'm so sorry, babe.
Our games plan is near final. We've announced the competition schedule. Some of the greatest brands in America have stepped up to support these Olympic Games as commercial partners. And now with the creation of this task force, we've unlocked the opportunity to level up our plan
okay, so
and
Mr.
deliver the
President,
largest
you don't like to be
and yes,
surprised,
greatest
right?
games for our nation ever.
What I've been
We
talking
expect
with
more than
Julia
150
Alfie
heads of state will
is
come
what are the
to the
possibilities
games.
of
We'll host approximately 11,000
replacing President
Olympic
Putin
and
basically with a
4,500
Democratic
Paralympic athletes.
president?
They'll participate in 800 competitions
How does
at
it actually
49
work?
competition venues.
And I was thinking,
This will be the
this is perfect
equivalent of
because this
producing
is not that
7 Super Bowls
important.
a day served for 30
It's
days.
important for us, but this
But
is
we are
actually
now
good.
focused more
Good
than
for you
ever on
just listen,
delivery,
Mr. President.
and we can't do this alone.
Think about
I
it
wanna
real
thank
hard,
President
right?
Trump
Why
and the
did
entire administration
Alexis
for
have
their
a
support
boyfriend
and
if
their
that
partnership
boyfriend is
as we
actually
work
indeed
to
a
bring
Russian
these
spy?
games
Because
home.
you shook
These will
his
be
he's not a
truly
Russian spy.
America's games.
Maybe
We
not.
expect millions
Because
of
you don't
fans
have to use a
from
Russian
around the
spy
country
to function as
to
a Russian spy.
participate and attend
You can
events.
just push,
And for the first time in history,
push
we're
somebody
gonna
in the
take
right
the
place
Olympic
and use
torch
that
to all
man as a
50 states.
useful idiot.
The most states has ever
Why
gone to is
would
38,
I
but
mean
in
if
2028,
President
we will
Putin
touch
knew?
all 50 states.
Because President
and
Putin
circulate
has a
the
yacht
Park Avenue
named
again.
Scheherazade, Arabian Nights. So as early as 2019, somehow I leaked the information.
Critical security funding.
I leaked the information
and
to
the
President
recent
Putin,
bill
or I leaked it to somebody, and
could be
somebody
used by
leaked it
local
to
and state
him.
agencies and the
Even
federal
if
government to
I was
make
talking to
sure
Julia
that our games are
Alfie,
safe
you
and
know,
secure,
anybody in
and
that
ultimately the best
crowd
place to
that
experience
heard
and be
that
an Olympic fan.
April 12th,
We remain
2024 is
incredibly
Arabian Night
confident in
1.
our ability to deliver the greatest games
I
ever,
mean,
and that starts with
anybody
the
that
support
knows
of
that
this
about
administration
Alexis
every step
being
of
the
way.
reason I have
Thank you, sir.
superpowers. And they successfully altered the timeline. Why would they do that? And I'm thinking about logically, JD and President Trump. Why?
1984 hosted the Olympics in Los Angeles.
Because you and even you meeting the Russians in 2017, they might have successfully captured me, right? And captured the time. Hey, what is it? Holy cow! Hey, that is awesome. You should sign that, isn't it? Sign that box in there.
Can I say that I won them athletically?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That would be a great honor.
Honorary.
Thank you very much.
Brain power. Wonderful, like a test for brain power. Literally, brain power should be brain power should be an Olympic sport, really. Being intelligent. But anyway, I mean, think about it real hard, right? Do we have a choice not to overthrow the Russian government if that's what happened? Like, if there's a future where the Russian government became free, and then Putin finds out about it, and that's the reason why Putin put somebody into Alexis's life and created this timeline where we actually create that future.
No auto pen.
Yeah. Right? I mean, think about it real minute. Doesn't that mean... Yeah, Pam gets to keep that. There we go. That'd be awesome. She gets to keep it. You need a certificate of authentication. But think about it real hard, right? That means there's a likelihood there's a future where Putin is just gone. And that's the reason we have this timeline where there's a pandemic. And if we already paid the price of the pandemic to get that future, anyway, yeah, I mean, this is a... you're answering questions possibly for... No. Oh, you are.
Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Well, everybody's going home. Yeah, you're answering questions until 31 and 49. So, have a great day, everybody.
Oh, excuse me. No, he called on me, but thank
Go
you.
ahead, please.
Thank you, Mr.
That's
President.
hilarious.
Do you still plan to follow through on your threat to impose 100% tariffs on all countries that purchase Russian energy, including
I
China?
have no idea.
Well, I never set a percentage, but we'll be doing quite a bit of
Yeah.
that. We'll see what happens over the next
Andrew doesn't
fairly
know
short period of time.
what you did.
But we'll see what happens.
There's a news story about India not budging. Yeah, this
You
one,
know,
Wall
they
Street
have a
Journal.
meeting tomorrow. We
Yeah.
have a meeting with Russia tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're going to see what happens. We'll
Well,
make
if
that
there's a ceasefire, then I guess
determination
we're not
at that time.
overthrowing him, right?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you for calling me. Thank you, Mr. President. On Ukraine, President Zelensky just signed a law allowing for citizens aged 60 and above to serve in the military. We've seen dozens of videos of young men being hauled into vans and dragged to the front lines against their will. And we've even seen videos of
That is not gonna help be helpful.
serving on the front line.
when you campaigned, you said you wanted to see the people stop dying.
That's still true
that statement. Now the people dying are elderly, mentally handicapped, and conscripts. So even if a ceasefire doesn't work out, why should Americans continue to fund a foreign military that's scraping the bottom of the barrel of its population like this?
Well, you have to understand, very importantly, this is Biden's war. This is not my war. I'm here to get us out of it. It's a mess, and I'm here to get us out. I haven't heard that when you say about 60-year-old men, and it's.
I don't know if that's accurate either.
This is Biden's war, and we're working very hard to get us out.
What I have heard, Mr. President, is from the Wall Street Journal.
Actually.
India defies Trump on Russian oil despite terrorist threats. India accelerates Trump will back down once India genocide tried to. I thought we already joined something.
Their nuclear haul, because they would have had nuclear weapons within 2 months. But stopped a lot of wars.
I've been talking to Julia about that.
Take a look at the ones just over the last 2 or 3 months. It's been amazing. This is the one I'm trying to stop. This is the one we're working hardest on. The other ones I stopped within a matter of days.
If Alexis was dating me,
including India,
I think he would have won the Peace Prize already, and all these wars would have ended.
As well as I do.
Andrew thinks it's just her.
I'd like to see.
It's literally just her.
But this is Biden's war. And
Andrew's guessing that it's just her, that she's not dating me. Why this war?
Should have never happened. It would have never happened had I been president. Yeah, next year.
And this is all.
Thank you, Mr. President.
President Biden
would you
dropping the ball.
Israel reoccupying all of Gaza has been suggested.
They used to, right? A long time ago.
Israeli officials.
Well, I don't know what the suggestion is. I know that we are there now trying to get people fed. As you know, $60 million was given by the United States fairly recently to supply food, and a lot of food, frankly, for the people of
somebody's
Gaza
asking about JD.
Obviously not doing too well with the food. And I know Israel's going to help us with that in terms of distribution and also money. We also have the Arab states are going to help us with that in terms of the money and
the problem is when you drop the food there, they start fighting for it.
And as far as the rest of it, I really can't say. That's going to be pretty much up to Israel. Yeah, please. Go ahead, please.
Thank you. On transgender athletes in the Olympics, back to the safety, especially of female combat boxers. Will the Department of Justice considering pressing charges against any man that tries to masquerade as a woman coming into this country to beat up American athletes? And secondly, would your administration consider genetic testing so that these people can prove that they're
I've heard that. I thought that was a joke.
Well, I think there is going to be a very strong form of testing as far as charges. I'd have to ask the Attorney General about that. I don't know. But there will be a very, very strong form of testing. And if the test doesn't come out appropriately, they won't be in the Olympics. Yes, ma'am. Please. Go ahead, please. White.
Thank you. Mr. President, do you believe that the U.S. committee would have made this decision on men and women's sports if you weren't president? And do you believe that this decision will stay in place?
This is very brave, Mr. President. Just standing there by yourself answering the question.
Because it just seems to be an issue that most people
imagine Joe Biden doing this,
I can't really say. I'd have to. You could have asked Chairman Wasserman. But I would say that, there's a possibility. It could go either way.
The Iranian activists and reformers see political transformation come from
I ran the campaign at least partially on that. That was one of the many issues that I talked about: open borders, the economy, taxes, all of the things. But that was certainly one of the issues. So I really can't. I really don't know. Could have gone either way. Please.
Have you decided on a replacement for the Fed governor?
Wow.
For Fed governor. I'll be making that decision before the end of the week, and we'll either decide on one for permanence or the 4-month period, the term. There's a term of about a number of months. We have a couple of candidates. Everybody wants it. Okay, it's not a couple, but
what happened to
a couple of candidates, and we've also we're looking at the Fed chair, and that's down to 4 people.
She's resigning. Okay.
Very good. Well, I can tell you because I've already said there's 2 Kevins and 2 other people. Okay, Brian.
Wow, I did not know that.
Brian,
thank you, Mr. President. This has to do with the safety aspect of the Olympics. What can you do as a president to ensure that Southern California, the greater Los Angeles area, is safe from any fire danger? That the state clears away brush in state parks. The reason.
If the Olympics during the summer, it's not our fire season.
Well, as you know, Brian, we have. I've been fighting with them for a long time about allowing the water to come down from the Pacific Northwest, essentially. And we actually opened up that water pretty strongly. We got a lot of opposition from the governor, and we opened it up anyway, and the water is coming down. that we want it opened further. They have a lot of water. They send it out into the Pacific Ocean in order to protect the smelt. It's a little tiny fish.
Why didn't they take
especially when they don't have
the
water,
high-speed rail money and did
but
water
it's a
infrastructure?
Fish, environmentally protected, even though it's
because we don't need that.
Areas.
We don't need that
I
train.
think
We
they
needed
just
the
use
water.
that as an excuse to smelt. You'll check that out. But I think it's just an excuse. They've got to allow full water, and they're working with.
They should have taken
really helping us a lot, but. They've got to allow a full complement of water to come down from the Pacific.
Complete
There is so
scam.
much water.
Complete scam.
If Gavin Newsom let the water come down, see the way I pronounced his name properly for a change.
Yeah.
If
So
this
nice.
guy allowed the water
Gavin
to come
Newsom.
down from the Pacific
California.
Northwest, they have so much water they don't know what to do with it. All of those sprinklers would have gone on. All of those people with those beautiful houses with sprinklers in the ceilings and with the water, the fire pumps outside, all that water. They didn't have any water because they wouldn't let the water come down. There's so much water there. At first, when I got involved with this issue of my first term, I said to the congressman, they took me up because they wanted to show me the fields where they could farm 10 times more product. You'd see,
they have water,
100 acres, and you'd see 1 acre or 2 acres, beautiful green. It's very vibrant, but they don't give it the water that it's entitled to. And I said, oh, they have a drought? I said, no, they told me we don't have a drought.
We don't have the water
Democrats
infrastructure.
don't allow the water to come down into the farms and into anywhere. By the time it gets down even into certain parts of California, it's fed out stupidly into the Pacific Ocean. If that water were allowed, so we broke into it and we allowed it to come down, and it come down at a higher level, and we want that, and we're demanding that of the governor. The other thing is, we'll do anything necessary to keep the Olympics safe, including using our National Guard or military. Okay? No, I will use the National Guard or military. This is going to be so safe, and if we have to, because obviously you have a mayor that is not very competent. She can't get the permits for the people. The people are still waiting for their permits. Lee Zeldin got them the federal permit, which is 10 times harder to get. And everybody can build on the federal basis, and that's the hard one. But the mayor, Bass, she refuses to or cannot get them permits. They're waiting. And I was there right after the fires, and I saw all these beautiful people standing by their homes, ready to get in and get to work. And they're waiting for their permits, and they're still waiting for their state permits and city permits. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace.
I mean, she can listen to this herself.
Red dress, yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
India says that the U.S. imports Russian uranium, chemicals, fertilizers, while criticizing their energy imports.
That's
Your
what.
response to that, sir?
That's
I don't know anything about it. I'd have to check.
Because
We'll get
India
back to
said
you.
that
Yeah,
we are still importing this, and why does India have to
Have you
stop oil?
seen the Hamas released video of Israeli hostage
Andrew has it in
Avitar
the chat.
David starving and being forced to dig his own grave in a Hamas tunnel?
I have.
And
yeah.
Andrew hasn't seen it.
I think
so.
it's horrible.
I mean,
it's
I need
horrible.
to.
And I hope a lot of people do get to see it as bad as it is, because I think it's a horrible thing.
How do I?
Behind you, please.
How do I find?
Yes.
I mean, Hamas.
Can you speak to just how this drop off in foreign-born workers is going to benefit Americans, and will it force American companies
The
to
Guardian
pay
has
fair
some of it,
wages
but
to American
Scripps
workers?
News.
Well, we want to take care of our American workers
I'll watch it somewhere,
first
but,
and foremost, and that's what we're doing.
Sky News
we also want to
Australia.
help our farmers, because our farmers are producing like never before. We have to help them. And we're working out some very complicated strategies and
How do I
language.
give
but,
orders to Hamas?
the main thing that I think I was elected to do is to get the illegals out of our country, who are especially in
Well, if they
particular
want a
criminals.
Palestinian state, which is
11,888 murderers were allowed into our country with Biden's open border policy,
them,
with our border czar, who never spoke to the border patrol, never went to the border one time. That's Kamala. And think of it.
Well, the Russians
murderers.
are. You just
We
said
have
Russians
people
are
coming
leaving
in
us,
from
right?
all countries, all over the world, from prisons in the Congo in Africa, from prisons all over South America, all over rough parts of Europe, all over Asia.
Government
They're
teaches
pouring
more
into our
drug up. He
country.
said
Not
claim
anymore.
open
So we
meetings
just
make
announced
conditions
we had our
that's
third consecutive month where we were rated 0 people, and these are frankly
Russia
very
makes this deal
liberal
before
people that
Trump
make up
picked
these
them up.
charts. So
Oh.
I don't know what's wrong with them. They
So
seem
Steve
to
is
not
going?
be doing their job for the Democrats. But
Washington
I'm
Examiner?
honored by the fact that they say it. We're very tough
don't
on the
know.
border, and people
meeting
can come
them.
into our country, but they have to come in legally. So I think that we.
This guy Dmitry Peskov, the Russian consul, he's a figure skater.
We have to get the criminals out of our country, murderers, drug dealers, gang members. They empty prisons into our country. It's one of the reasons I think, even beyond the economy, it's one of the reasons I got elected. It's really maybe the number one. It was between the economy and that. But as I said before, our nation is doing really well, but we have to get these really bad people. They should have never been allowed in our country. Open border policy is for fools. We're the only country in the world with an open borders policy, but we don't have that anymore. We had zero now for 3 months in a row. Peter?
President Trump, nice to see you got off the roof all right.
Yeah.
No, that was in the past.
That you probably won't be running for a third term.
9 hours ago. Okay.
This weekend, Secretary of State Rubio said that he thought J.D. Vance would be a great
I've heard
nominee.
This twice.
You could clear the entire Republican field right now. Do you agree that the heir apparent to MAGA is J.D. Vance?
Well, I think most likely.
This is what I saw.
He's the vice president. I think Marco is also somebody that maybe would get together with J.D.
Yeah,
in
that's
some
exactly
form.
what he said, yeah.
I also think we have incredible people, some of the people on the stage right here. So it's too early, obviously, to talk about it, but certainly he's doing a great job, and he would be probably favored at this point.
Oh. Well, that's the thing. I mean,
if redrawing their congressional map
right.
would get you 5 safe red seats, means that California, New York, Illinois, and Maryland are all going to redraw their maps to add safe.
Well, they'll do it anyway.
Is it worth
it? They can do it.
Yeah, they'll do it anyway. Why? If we stop over there, they would have done it anyway. Look, a lot of these states, I watched this morning as Democrats are complaining, and they're complaining from states where they've done it, like in Illinois, like in Massachusetts. I watched this lunatic, Pocahontas. She's a total lunatic. I don't know what she's on. She's all jumping up and down like I've never seen anything like it, talking about supporting the communist mayor. And he's not a socialist. He's a communist, okay? This is not a socialist, man. This is a communist. If you look at any of his policies and go back 6 months, you don't have to go back further than that. So they want to put a communist in New York. Now, the good news is we have a lot of power over that because we're the ones with the money. We send the money, we don't send the money. It's up to the White House, a lot of power in the White House. But when I watched her jumping up and down, talking about that and supporting the communists, but if you look at what's going on with
you're gonna jump up and down?
Redistricting or whatever you want to call it, the Democrats have done it long before we started. They've done it all over the place. They did it in New York. They did it in a lot of different states. But in Massachusetts, so somebody used this as an example today. I was interviewed this morning, and they said, it's pretty unfair. Trump got 40%. I'm not proud of that, but I think I probably got more, but that's okay. I got 40% in Massachusetts, and yet they have 100% of the vote in terms of Congress. Okay. So there's no Republican, there's no anything. So we should have 40%. You know why? They redistricted.
No,
and they've done it all over the place. And they've done it in California, by the way. Before this, they've done it in California. So we'll see what happens. We have a wonderful governor in Texas. He feels strongly about it. It's going to be up to him. I think there's tremendous support for it. And, we've watched the Democrats destroy our country in 4 years. They've destroyed between their open borders that we talked about, transgender for everybody, all of the horrible things that they've done, high taxes, horrible medical provision for people. We've watched them destroy our country for 4 years, and people don't want that. And people in Texas, as you saw, I got the highest vote in the history of Texas. I love Texas. Texas likes me, obviously. But I got the highest vote, and that was checked out on the show. Did you see that, where they checked it out? They said he actually did get the highest vote in the history of Texas, which disappointed them. They were very disappointed to hear that. But Texas is a place that's done very well with a free enterprise kind of an attitude, with the exact opposite of what's happening in New York with the communist mayor. And they know what they're doing, and they're doing the right thing. Yeah.
So this is saying it's streaming 10 hours ago. That's weird.
Mr. President, thank you. Texas Senator John Cornyn is asking for your help to force Democrats back to the state and hold them accountable.
There must be a clip. The clip was.
Do you want the federal government and the FBI to help locate and arrest these Texas Democrats who left the state?
Well, I think they abandoned the state. Nobody's seen anything like it, even though they've done it twice before.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They've done it
In
before.
a certain way, it almost looks like they've abandoned the state. It looks very bad. Yeah, go ahead.
They did
please.
that before.
Get involved. Should the FBI get involved?
Well, they may have to. They may have to. No, I know they want him back. Not only the Attorney General, the governor wants him back. If you look, I mean, the governor of Texas is demanding they come back. So a lot of people are demanding they come back. You can't just sit it out. You have to go back. You have to fight it out. That's what elections
Well, Mr.
are
President,
about.
I've been listening to a lot of people
Trump,
that say bad
two
things
questions
about
for
you,
One,
so
did
hopefully
were
you don't
aware
mind.
of
I
and did you
mean,
personally approve the prison
gonna-
transfer for Ghislaine Maxwell that your Justice Department?
I didn't know about it at
Wait,
all.
what just
I read
happened?
about it just like you did.
And do you believe that she's
I
It's
don't-
not a very uncommon thing.
This is
do
the
you
first
think
thing.
that
I
she's
just-
credible to be listening to? Your Deputy Attorney General sat down with her recently.
Well, let me tell
No
you,
idea,
he's a very
Mr. President.
talented man. His name is Todd Blanche. He's a very legitimate person,
yeah.
very high, I just a very highly thought of person, respected by everybody. And
I think
I didn't
Attorney
talk
General
to him
Pam Bondi
about
will
it,
do a
but I
good
will
job
tell
with
you
the
that
essential.
whatever
We'll
he
see.
asked would be totally appropriate, and it's not an uncommon thing to do that. And I think he probably wants to make sure that people that should not be involved or aren't involved are not hurt by something that would be very, very unfortunate, very unfair to a lot of people. But I will say this, Todd Blanche is one of the most highly respected people you'll ever meet. So I know this. I didn't discuss it with him, but anything he talked about with her, or the fact that he did that, not unusual, number one, and most importantly is something that would be totally above board. Please. Yeah, please, go ahead.
Thanks, Mr. President. Mr. President, how much more would you like DOJ to cut from the federal government?
Well, it's not so much DOJ anymore. And by the way, I have to say that somebody from DOJ was very badly hurt last night. You saw that.
Wait, what
a
happened?
young man who was beat up by a bunch of thugs in D.C. And either they're going to straighten their act out in the terms of government and in terms of protection,
God.
they're going to have to federalize and run it the way it's supposed
Yeah,
to be run.
that's bloody.
But it's not a question of DOJ. We have great people, secretaries and all, working with DOJ and cutting with I said with a scalpel as opposed with an axe. This cutting with a fine-tooth comb, and they're getting rid of people that aren't doing their job, or bad people, or bad things, bad policy, etc., etc. And I think we've been very successful in that.
my
And there's
goodness, he
more
looks
cutting
good.
to do.
Where's the
But there's also
young man
more
bloody in the street?
getting. We want smart people in government.
social.
Our country is doing great. I think we're doing probably, maybe in many ways,
I
better
didn't know
than we've
that.
ever done before. We're taking in trillions, not billions, trillions and trillions of dollars from other countries who, for years, took advantage of us. They took advantage of the United States like we were children, and that's not happening anymore. Now they're paying a lot of money, and they're paying hundreds of billions of dollars. Individual countries paying
Oh my
hundreds
God.
of billions of dollars. You're seeing what everybody else is
Trying to
seeing.
assault a woman? What the fuck?
And we have a lot of things we can do. One of the questions asked of me this morning is, are you going to make a dividend to the people? And the purpose of what I'm doing is primarily to pay down debt, which will happen in very large quantity. But I think there's also a possibility that
They
we're
were trying
taking
to
in so
assault a
much
woman,
money that we
apparently.
may very well make a dividend to the people of America. Thank you all very much.
Jesus
Thank
Christ.
you. Thank you very much.
I've been listening to the
Thank
other
you.
one. Holy cow. Wow. Carjacking. Wow. Hi, Mr. President. Dude, that's the question. That's the answer. That's exactly what you said when I saw this place. Oh my god. Hey, Peter Dizzy. Big beautiful ballroom. Yeah. Oh my god, that's right. I mean, building this. Good thing that you have the money to build it. From Truth Social stock, I hope. Truth Social stock. Okay, that's it. Yep, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Well, that was random.